Hello and welcome to another video here today from Crivello's Cameras. Today we've got a very special guest in that we've got the Crivello here. You can see behind me right now, well, I mean, yes, this is Crivello, but it's not the Crivello, but we are going to transform this cardboard cutout into the very real Crivello's cameras, or as we have been saying these past couple weeks, Crivello's wonderful world of magic. So, let's do it. Let's transform this cardboard cutout into Crivello. And abracadabra, it's Crivello!
Hey, I'm not Crivello.
Get out of here, Jack! Okay, we're going to get this right this time. 1, 2, 3, abracadabra, Crivello's wonderful world of magic. And here he is, Crivello of Crivello's Cameras. We're going to have a little chat here with him today, so just keep on watching.
So magic.
I tell you, indeed. We're doing what we can here.
God, I just flew in. It was good.
Oh, that's fantastic. That makes me so happy. So, thank you very much, Mike, for being here with us today in the store and sharing a little bit of your time.
For the price you're paying, I gotta be here.
I know you're a busy guy and all, so I really do appreciate it here. Crivello's cameras have been around for over 50 years now, and that's kind of like a very impressive thing for any small and local business to do. So, I know, like, in those 50-some years, though, when you started the store, you'd come into it from a different type of business, I think. What was it that made you get into the photography retail business?
I was with Channel 12, and I was chief photographer there, news photographer. And I kind of figured I wasn't going to be able to do that forever because I worked 7 days a week. I had 3 days off in 14 years.
Jeez.
So I didn't think anything else could be harder, although I'm not so sure. This has been one heck of a ride. I was interested in getting into a business with my brother because he was thinking about going into the FBI and I didn't want to. I wanted to stay here. So I found out that there was a camera store for sale. And so we had, the only problem is we had to have the money, $25,000 on a Friday. And you know, that's we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. So we decided we wanted to do it. And my brother-in-law was a young lawyer. And he found this business. It was Orson's Camera Center. And it was Wednesday. And we had to have it by Friday morning.
Oh, jeez.
So, to make things worse, Thursday was Thanksgiving. But there wasn't there wasn't much of a chance to go anywhere for money. So we went to my mom and dad. They gave us $5,000. My mother-in-law $5,000. My aunt and uncle $5,000. Another aunt and uncle $5,000. One other, and we got to $25,000.
Wow.
So on Friday morning, my brother-in-law went to court, and he put in the money. To find out they had already had people in mind for this, and they were having somebody else take it over, but it was ours. So in a day and a half, we were in the camera business. There were 3 stores and 2 buildings, and it kept my brother out of the FBI, and it kept us together. And we spent a lot of years together. That was worth the whole thing. My brother Joe was a one-of-a-kind type of guy. And so, at any rate, we got it done, and we grew from those 3 stores to 21 stores. And in 2007, or 1997, we decided to sell the stores, except for one that we wanted to keep, because we always wanted to stay here, because we have a lot of loyal customers that we started with, and we didn't want to let them down either, or our people. So
that's great.
We're still here.
Cool, thank you. That's a fantastic story. I did not know that at all.
That's your whole show.
I know, again, now that you have been in business over 50 years and all, and being in business for 50 years is like no small feat. So I know other people out there too are, always wanting to start their own businesses, their own entrepreneurs and stuff like that. Is there any general advice you would say to other people out there who are starting their own business?
Sure.
How do you survive? How do you succeed?
You surround yourself with better people than yourself, and that's been the secret to all of my success. Is everybody that's been with me has helped me to be better. You don't do it alone. You can't. So my advice is be prepared to empty the garbage, sweep the floors, turn out out the lights and turn on the lights. And if you're willing to do that, and you surround yourself with good people and you treat people fairly, you'll be fine.
That's very good advice. Cool, thank you. One of the other questions I've got was, I think one of the things that's most well known about Mike Crivello, besides our reputation for great customer service and taking care of people, is the jingle associated with the store. Everybody knows the jingle. Anybody who works at the store I know has encountered somebody out there in Metro Milwaukee where they happen to mention that they work for Mike Crivello cameras, and the person like instantaneously says, "Oh yeah, the wonderful world of cameras."
When you're thinking cameras. Yeah, I'll tell you how that happened.
Yes.
It was a couple days after we bought the store, and I got together with a friend. His name is Mike Balistreri, and he kind of wrote jingles and played around with things like that. And we were in his basement, and he was plunking out a thing, and he was writing the jingle, and we were going back and forth together and singing the jingle, and you know, he was straining his vocal cords, and we came up with the jingle, and put music behind it, did different versions, and we've been playing it for 51 years. Now, you're going to ask me, I know, have we ever tried to improve upon it or do something?
Right.
Well, we tried something. We spent, in those days, $10,000. That was a lot of money then for a jingle with male, female, and we did about 15 different versions, country, western, everything. And we started to play it, and we got 1,000 calls within 3 days telling us to get that jingle off the air and get the other one back on. So that's exactly what we did. I don't even know where the other ones are anymore, but we've kept that all the time, because it was our kind of our signature thing, and people did respond to it, and it's part of us. So there it is.
That's fantastic. There is a fellow named Dan Harmon who is involved in TV production. He's a TV writer and all this here. He's from Milwaukee, from the Milwaukee area, out there in Hollywood now and all that. And he has said, like on his podcast and stuff, that he remembers that jingle so well that when he dies someday, he wants to hear that jingle at his funeral. And I'm just wondering, is that be okay with you? Could he play the Mike Crivello cameras jingle?
As long as he pays the royalties, it's not a problem.
Right.
There's absolutely no problem. He doesn't have to pay anything. He can play it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. That's all I've really got for you for today. Here. That's it. We're going easy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For sitting down. Thank you for being part of this here. It's a pleasure to be part of the Mike Crivello's family
Thank
here.
you.
So, again, everybody, that's the guy. That's Mike Crivello of Mike Crivello's Cameras. Thank you.
Be safe. Well, what is our philosophy been? How have we wanted to grow? How have we wanted to be? And that basically is it. Are you running? Yeah. Okay. When we started, we had my mom. God bless her. She lived to be 99, and boy, let me tell you, her instructions were followed to the T, and that is to always be fair and honest and treat people the way you want to be treated. And that's what we did. To me, the most important thing, when a customer comes to us, they trust us. And we like to inform people so that they can make an intelligent decision, rather than us telling what they have to have and trying to stick something in their hands that they don't really need. I don't know how many times that I've talked with people and they planned on spending $1,000 and they spent $300 because that's all they needed. There was no need for, if they wanted to spend the money, okay.
Well, we'll let them, hey.
Right. But is it necessary? I think it's important for us to be very honest with people and to let them have what they really need, not what we want them to have. So we have nothing that we want people to have. We have things that people would probably want to have, but we don't buy things for our advantage. I mean, to say, hey, we bought 100 of these, we got a good deal on them, so now we can sell them for whatever. If it's not right for the customer. The customer has to be happy with what they have and know that they're welcome to walk back through the door anytime. I've got to look you straight in the eye, and I've got to be able to answer the questions honestly. Did we do for you the best that we could? And if we haven't satisfied that, then we have to make it right.
That's great. That's definitely a great. That I think goes a long, long way.
It does. It really does. It's what it's all about. That's what we're here for. This is not the business where you're going to make millions of dollars, and all of you guys know it. I watch you over the years, everybody, you love to impart knowledge. You're on a stage. You're able to tell people something that you know very well. And that's important. Each and every time you talk to a customer, it's a new performance. So you're giving a performance each and every time you talk with a customer, and the satisfaction is when they buy something from you. When they don't, it's kind of like they didn't applaud. They didn't do anything. They didn't react, so I didn't do a good job. And that's not necessarily true, but if we do our job right, we're going to sell enough cameras and enough of our services that we're going to be fine, and we know the customers will be taken care of, and they'll be fine too.
That's awesome. Okay. Thank you again there.
You're welcome.
Yes. We've got another used feature here today with the Bottomless Camera Bag. So let's see what great used items we've got here at the store today. For instance, there is a Minolta SRT 201 rather, with a 50mm 1.4 lens on it. That there is selling for just $125. It's a pretty classic SLR. If you are a student or have a student who's starting out with their basic Photo 101 class, this might be a camera just for them. The SRTs are a great family of cameras. Come check that out. What else have we got here? Boom! We've got an ultra-wide angle Rokinon for Nikon 14mm f2.8 lens going for just $200. If you've been doing some architectural photography or real estate photography, this might be a lens that you really want to consider. What else have we got here?
I don't think you've seen any difference.
There we go. We've got a short telephoto lens for Leica M photographers. That is the Leica M 90mm 2.8 telephoto lens. Great little portrait lens. It's the Leica glass, so whether you're using it on a Leica film camera or digital camera, or adapting it to like a modern Sony camera, this one would be really darn nice. And it comes with a B+W UV filter on there as well. Finally, we've got one more big lens, the Tamron 150 to 600mm super telephoto lens. This is for Nikon, and it is selling for $650. Beautiful telephoto lens. If you're into bird photography, nature and wildlife photography, this might be the lens you want to check out. As ever, our used department is ever changing, ever evolving, ever expanding, so come on by and see what we've got. We might have something you've been looking for. Or if you know what you want, give us a call or an email or a message via social media, and we can check our stock for you and save you a trip out here to the store. Any way we can help you, let us know what we can do. Thank you very much.
All right.
And wanted to make sure that those little stickers were